Hi guys, welcome. Today I'm on the other side of the garage. I don't normally work over here, but today what I'm working on is changing out the rollers on my garage doors. These are garage door rollers. This is what one looks like. This is a brand new one. You can see the end, this has a bearing in it. These are about 30 bucks on Amazon for an entire set. This one actually comes with a cap over the top of the bearing. I just took it off to show you what it actually looks like on the inside, so we'll snap that back in. So most garage doors are going to have 10, maybe 12 of these, depending on the size of your door. I have 7-foot doors, 7 foot tall, and mine have 12, so there are 6 per side. So my doors are 5-panel doors. There's 5 panels like this to the door, which means that there are basically 6 rollers on each side. If you have a door that's only a 4-panel door, then you might only have 5 rollers on each side. So just count the number that you have, and then I'll put a link below to the one that I bought, but they make a variation for 10 rollers, for 12 rollers, etc. The 12 rollers are 30 bucks. So they're not very expensive. And I'm going to show you the difference between one of these and how to easily change them. The very first thing I'm going to tell you, and this is very, very, very important because you will hurt yourself very badly. Do not unbolt the bottom bracket with the door in the down position. Don't do it. So the way that your garage door opener lifts your door is it pulls on the top, but it also has this spring up here, and that spring has a cable. There's a metal cable that's right here. It goes down the side of the door. That goes from here to there, and this is spring-loaded tension. So if you remove that bottom bracket, it'll fly up the door, or can fly up the door, depending on if you have 1 or 2 or how your stuff is oriented. I don't want to get into all that. So the way to change the bottom one is lift the door all the way up and then do exactly what I'm showing you to do on the one that I'm going to do, which is right here. So to make it simple, I've got an 11 mil. That's what my size is. Yours is probably about the same. I think it's actually a 7/16, but 11 mil and 7/16 are very close. You're going to take off one of the brackets. You're going to do this one at a time. Do not do all 12 all at the same time because your door will fall apart and crash on your car. So we're going to take off these 4 nuts. There's 2 on top, 2 on bottom. They're probably a little loose like mine are, so we're going to tighten them up when we put them back on. And we're just going to pull this bracket off. And you can see the roller comes out. Now, all these is a galvanized steel bracket, and the roller just slides into a hole. So most are going to have 2 holes. It goes in the back hole, which is where the actual sleeve is, you can see. So all we need to do, pop this off. We're going to take the new roller, we're going to stick it inside, just like that. And if we're comparing the two, you can see this has no bearing whatsoever. It's a piece of plastic that's on a shaft. It's about as cheap as it can possibly get. So these are going to be noisy. They're going to rattle. You can hear it when it spins versus this. You can't hear it all. They're not going to be as smooth, and because they're plastic and not nylon, they're not going to wear as well. This is a really easy, cheap thing that you can do, and I was really surprised how big of a difference it made when we did my big door. So we slid this in just like that. Now we're going to tuck it in here just like that, and then put it on there. That's it. So all you're doing is scooping inside this rail. Now the rail, you can actually bend this. You could take the rail off. Like there are a couple different ways that you can do this, but this is the easiest way by far. Just do one at a time. I did my entire door in half an hour. All I have left is this one, and this one. 3 more to go. And it's really easy to just kind of bang this out. Make it nice and tight. I'm just using a little 3/8 impact wrench here, and that's really it. When you're done, I usually use a little bit of grease, like some gear grease, STP black grease, and I just kind of put a little dot right here on the inside of the rail above each of these wheels, and I run the door up and down a couple of times, and it's just going to coat the wheels in the grease. It's going to make sure that the track has a little bit of grease in it, and just keep you from like wearing through and getting like flat spots and other things on your wheels. That's really it. Very nice and simple, easy to do. I would say realistically anybody can do this. Like I mentioned, when you are doing the bottom one, the very bottommost one, I would do it with the door in the upmost position. Once it's all the way up, then that tension is relieved from this, and you can actually pop that off. It's not going to go flying up the wall, and it's not going to, you know, potentially injure you or somebody else who's working on the door. One thing to do while you're over here, if your door has center ones like mine does, or depending on the size of the door, might have multiple, tighten these up too. Same size. It's easy to just go right up the door, get every one of them, make sure none of them are loose. It's going to keep you from having a failure later on or a loose door later on. That's going to cause some issues for you. So we're going to get these last two replaced, and then we'll run the door up and down a couple of times so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll just wrap this up. There will be a link down below for the rollers that I used. I picked the ones that were the maximum load and the 6000 series bearings, which seem to have the best reviews. They weren't much more than the cheaper ones, so for 30 bucks, it's a pretty good upgrade. And when we did my big door, so the reason I did this in the first place is my large door had a spring replacement, and when we did that, we did the rollers at the same time. The garage door repairman recommended that, and it was a drastic difference, like night and day. And I didn't realize how cheap these rollers were. I don't use this garage door all that often, but I was looking on Amazon the other day. They just kind of popped into my feed, and I was like, holy crap, they're only 30 bucks, and I just ordered a set of them. So now that we're done, we can bring the door up, and you can hear how quiet it is. We've got some little creaks in the wood because it's a wooden door, but overall, nice and quiet, nice and smooth, works really well, very easy to do, 30 minutes or less. So that's all that I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you're having a great day.